Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video. Today we're talking about ONDO Finance and we're doing an updated price prediction, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video. As always, if you get any value out of it, please make sure to drop a thumbs up on the video below. Make sure to subscribe, smash that bell notification icon, and don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin linked below this video in the description. Go ahead, grab it now, and let's talk about ONDO and real world asset tokenization, because ONDO has been making waves with this RWA narrative. If you've been paying attention to this space, if you've been following the channel here, we've been covering ONDO for about a year and a half on the channel. And very interestingly, just in the past few days, ONDO has come right down and bounced off this key level of support. This support level going back to an area at the end of November when we had a nice bounce here, and this was the bounce we got in order to move higher on the back of the US election results. And going back even further, all the way back to February of 2024, this uptrend has remained intact, and we've bounced right off of it here just a few days ago in order to see ONDO getting back up to about 87 cents. However, that looks nice and positive getting the bounce, but we've had a pretty strong pullback since the highs for ONDO in the middle of December. We know this run up for the entire market was very lucrative in the immediate aftermath of confirmation on the US election, a 262% increase for ONDO in a 41-day period, a pretty phenomenal run. Naturally, we had a bit of a pullback since then, a little bit of a rally back here until the end of January, with prices getting back up to $1.63. Those highs, by the way, back in December, getting as high as about $2.14. Unfortunately, we broke below the 200-day simple moving average by the 24th of February. We retested just above it, came back down lower again, and we've come and bounced off of this key support level that we just mentioned earlier. So, ONDO is essentially trying to, damage control at the moment. We've got prices pulling back across the board. Bitcoin dropping down to the mid 70s did not help. And of course, all the altcoins bled out even harder on a percentage basis. ONDO was definitely one of them. So what I'm looking to see here is, now that we've actually held this support level, hopefully we can continue to hold it over the coming days, and ideally we will be able to essentially consolidate, hopefully move higher, and reclaim that 200-day simple moving average before seeing prices move even higher for ONDO. Again, if you're not familiar with what ONDO is, guys, ONDO is one of the leaders in this real-world asset tokenization space. Again, I often reference this study by Roland Berger consulting firm regarding the growth of real-world asset tokenization over the next 5 to 6 years. We're projected to get somewhere in the region of 11 trillion US dollars in tokenized assets on chain by the time we get to the year 2030. So that is very exciting in and of itself. We're going to be looking at these price predictions in a moment, but I do like to use RWA.xyz to track everything happening in the real world asset tokenization space. Again, if we look at the market overview, we're seeing plenty of growth in terms of real world asset tokenization over the past number of years. The vast majority of that happening on Ethereum, as a matter of fact. And if we jump over to US Treasuries, this is where we can hone in on the partnership between ONDO and BlackRock and the Biddle Fund, and how ONDO is paving the way for tokenized treasuries in an on-chain world. You can see the establishment of the BlackRock Biddle Fund back here in March of 2024. We had only about $40 million initially of tokenized treasuries in the BlackRock Biddle Fund. And again, they're using this Biddle Fund in partnership with ONDO in order to tokenize assets on chain. The growth of the BlackRock Biddle Fund for tokenized treasuries over the past 1 year has seen that fund increase from $40 million all the way to about $1.2 billion where we're at today. So in 1 year of growth, we've seen essentially, more than a 40x growth. Is that correct? I'm trying to do some quick maths in my head, but substantial growth here with regards to what we've seen with the growth of the BlackRock Biddle Fund going from 40 million to 1.2 billion in terms of tokenized treasuries. And if we scroll down here, we can see ONDO being the second largest protocol that is contributing to everything happening here from a tokenized treasury standpoint on chain. 30-day increase of 46%, and essentially establishing itself as one of the leading protocols being used for tokenization of real world assets, US treasuries in particular. But I think we're going to be seeing plenty of use cases for ONDO and real world asset tokenization over the coming years. So again, if you're not familiar with RWA.xyz, make sure to head over here and check it out for yourself, guys. Again, ONDO Finance over on ONDO.finance have a website outlining all of the exciting stuff that they're doing with their USDY stablecoin, their OUSG short-term US Treasuries fund. So they are doing and paving a way for thousands of real-world assets on one platform. Again, come on over, check it out for yourself. Always make sure to do your own research from a fundamental perspective and from a technical perspective. It's worth knowing and understanding both sides of the argument. And again, getting that bounce here just a few days ago on the 11th of March, starting to accumulate a little bit higher. And the next stop is really for us to try and reclaim that 200-day simple moving average. As always, guys, we're going to break it down for a price prediction. We're going to talk about a bear case, base case, and bull case scenario. Of course, if you've been following the channel, you know we have to plug in some specific variables into this price prediction equation to understand what's happening with the broader market, where total crypto market cap can get to, and then how ONDO fits into that equation, and whether it has the ability to outperform the market in general or underperform. And that's what we're going to be discussing. So in a bear case scenario, what I'm thinking is total crypto market cap could get up as high as about 5 trillion US dollars. If ONDO can get all the way up to a 0.25% dominance percentage, that would give us a $12.5 billion market cap for ONDO. Quickly, however, I do want to bring up the ONDO dominance chart because of course, much like price over the past couple of months, we've seen dominance moving to the downside. However, ONDO is essentially fulfilling a very valid use case with real world asset tokenization. And I do expect this particular dominance level to come back to the upside. You can see when we were in around the February timeframe, end of January, beginning of February, we had dominance levels getting up as high as 0.15%. So getting up to 0.25% by the peak of the cycle for ONDO, I think is very, very realistic in our bear case scenario. If we get up to that 0.25% dominance, and if total crypto market cap does reach that $5 trillion level, that's going to give us a $12.5 billion market cap for ONDO. And again, dividing that by about 3.4 billion ONDO tokens that I estimate to be in circulation by the end of 2025 brings us out to a $3.67 price target for ONDO by the peak of the cycle in our bear case scenario. Now, you might be thinking that is somewhat bearish given the price action we've seen for ONDO, and especially given that it got all the way up above $2.13 just a few weeks ago. But let's wait and see what do we have in store for the base case and the bull case. In the base case scenario, what I'm thinking is total crypto market cap could peak higher, closer to 7 trillion US dollars. If ONDO's dominance can get higher to around 0.35%, that's going to give us a $24.5 billion market cap for ONDO. Once again, dividing it by 3.4 billion tokens in circulation brings us all the way to a $7.20 price target for ONDO by the peak of the cycle. Remember, we're still trading at 87 cents. So getting all the way up to $7.20 is about an 8 to 9x from today's prices. Finally, last but not least, in our most bullish case scenario, what we're thinking is total crypto market cap could peak around 9 trillion US dollars. If ONDO can get all the way up to a 0.5%, 0.5% dominance, that's going to give us a $45 billion market cap for ONDO. And again, dividing it by 3.4 billion ONDO tokens would bring us to a fantastic price target of $13.50 $2.23. Again, that would be about a 14 to 15x from today's prices of 87 cents. A phenomenally good return if we see those kind of numbers for total crypto market cap and for ONDO dominance getting up to 0.5% to give us a $45 billion market cap. It would be a phenomenal run. And I think if the stars align, something like this could be possible, but ONDO getting into the high single digits and possibly even getting somewhere between $7 to $10, I think is slightly more realistic and could definitely be on the cards by the end of this year. Again, this is not financial advice, guys. Always do your own research. Make sure to look at the fundamentals and the technicals, and make sure to do plenty of reading, understand these protocols, understand the tech behind them, and what you're actually investing in when making investment decisions. As always, today's video is sponsored by Femex, the most efficient crypto trading and investment platform. I'm going to drop a link for Femex below this video. Go on over, check it out for yourself if you want to. It is a referral link. I really don't mind if you use it or if you don't. Check out Femex and make sure to use caution and proceed with caution when trading these volatile assets. If you got any value out of today's video, guys, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I want to know in the comments, what price do you think ONDO is going to by the peak of the cycle? Drop a comment below this video. I want to see where the general audience thinks the price target is going to land for ONDO by the peak of the cycle. Please make sure to subscribe as well if you enjoy the content. Smash that bell notification icon. And as always, like I said at the beginning of the video, you have a completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you below this video. Go ahead, grab it now, and we'll catch you in the next one.